Hello, welcome to the Illuminating Crossroads community. My name's Lisette, and today we're going to be doing a reading for Cancer risings through the upcoming new moon in Gemini taking place on June 6th, 2024. So, I already picked the cards, so we're just gonna hop right into it. Starting off, the first question I asked is, what is desiring renewal at this time within your life or your experience? Beautiful. Wow. Okay. So, I absolutely love this because I have like a sunflower, at my desk. So, beautiful Cancer risings. Okay, so getting back to it. So, what is desiring renewal within your life at this present time? There can be a desire of what it means to allow yourself to really be, especially within the present moment, and also to really see like all the things that maybe you're dreaming of and you've really been aspiring towards at the time of this new moon. What would it mean to, I'm so sorry for all the noise outside if you can hear that, but what would it mean to invite all that dreaming that you've been doing to feel more embodied within this present time and space? So if you work with the tropical astrology and do whole sign houses, you being a Cancer rising, this new moon is taking place within your 12th house, and that is really a part that is kind of the domain of the subconscious, and also just thinking of like karmic things, or in regards to like our spirituality, and it can even be like just thinking of like health, but more in the mental sense of it, and and really working with that deeper subconscious mind. So I think that this is really, and really even unconscious mind. So I think this is really beautiful because the space in which renewal is being desired, or even giving the invitation of like, hey, you can bring yourself to this space if you desire. And of course, when you were planting these new seeds, they sometimes take time to sprout and to grow. But what does it mean to initiate this now during this upcoming new moon, especially since it's really dealing within that 12th house that is so really like under the soil of your beingness already? So thinking of the essence of Gemini in itself, Gemini can be really playful and can really love like socializing, or just taking part in in experiences and such. So the sun card is really making me think like it might be supportive to ask like, how have you been allowing yourself freedom to do that which brings like a sense of liberation, or a sense of freedom, a sense of lightness, of dance, of play. And then with the Two of Wands, like, I don't know, this card, it seems very longing. And I just think it's interesting that it's like, it kind of seems like, in just looking at the storyline of these two cards, this person is looking out the window, like looking away and dreaming, but like, what would it mean to like see that maybe some of the things that you're desiring connection with or towards might be present in ways that maybe you just haven't quite seen, and taking a shift in perspective might be a support within this renewal that wants to take place. So next, these two cards are going to be representing what actions can support with planting these new seeds of intention at this time. So first we have Knight of Swords, and then we have the Devil. Okay, so this is very much very much in the mind, and as a Cancer rising, I would say that if there's been an essence of forgetting of what it means to be in tune, and really nurture yourself, with spaces that really cater to your, I don't want to say your gentleness, but like to your level of sensitivity, and not saying sensitivity as in a weakness, but really as in a strength of of really like, how have you been allowing yourself to really incorporate your awareness within the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body, of what it is that you're inviting into life and doing with life, and also what you're keeping within your mind. So sometimes I don't like saying, let's see, so some actions that you could take. Say if there are some other people in your life that really want to go a bit quicker with things, and say that you're not necessarily like vibing with that pace. How can you really honor a pace that feels good to you, but still take movement, take action, but really honoring your unique way and how you desire to move? Because also not just being stuck or still though too. So I'm like seeing this in so many ways. Clearly I don't know who's gonna watch this, so I'm trying to cover every little thing that I'm kind of picking up on. But yeah, so it kind of feels like there's a couple of different ways. So if you feel like you have been taking so much movement, really just seeing, is there something that you're still longing for, and how can you plant intention to allow that which you're longing for to really grow and develop into your life more with intention. And then if you're on this spectrum of, especially since we have the Devil card here, and the Devil really does represent and show that which we feel constriction or restricted by, and it's almost as if there's like this like loss of sense of control, and it can just really be spiraling internally. So it's almost this invitation of like coming back towards this lightness of self in activities that really bring about groundedness and nurturing for you. And then also too, if there is other people, or are other people in your life that that are taking action, or doing things in a way that I almost want to say that you admire, how could you invite inspiration towards a way that feels good to you and the actions that you want to take? So really honoring, again, emphasizing the emotional, physical body, mental body, but really nurturing the depth of like what's at the core that is being desired here, that's been feeling longing of, and what steps can you take that don't that don't make you move from a place of fear, but allow you to move from a place of like inspiration or knowingness, or even just being in, you know, a communion or partnership with the mind, and knowing that you know, the mind is doing its own job. So how can you give yourself additional support within the actions that you're taking, so the mind doesn't just like make you like contract or retract into like a little turtle shell, if you will. Okay, so I hope all of that made sense. All right, so the next card is what shadows want to be integrated at this time. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I thought I pulled all of these out, but I guess I didn't. So, okay, so we'll just see what shadows want to be integrated at this time during the new moon in Gemini for Cancer rising. Yeah, I don't really shuffle on camera because I feel like it takes a bit of time sometimes. Okay. All right, so the card that came out, I'll just read it upright so you can see it. So we have Fool. It says light attributes is fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. And then shadow attributes is using humor to wound rather than liberate. Denial of your emotional truth. That's beautiful. Yeah, so in regards to shadow, which I guess I'm like, I'll leave it like this so we can like look at it. I would definitely say like coming back to that essence of like, yeah, like what is the core emotion or experience that longingness that's being denied, and like I feel like I'm kind of like I'm definitely repeating myself, but yeah, it's really just being emphasized too. And you know, in playfulness, we can find a loosening of the grip of the things that really have like hold on us. But also, like, even as it says, like, using humor to wound rather than to liberate, it can also be in this way of, like, you not realizing, like, how the words are being expressed or even said that are causing harm, because there's this like denial or lack of like full communication in regards to some of the pain points or just the emotional things that are being experienced that want to be expressed. So then they're trying to be expressed in this other way, which is masking that true emotion. So, and I feel like that is really like Gemini essence, you know, just thinking of that like trickster energy. So like, and also that like shape-shifting energy as well. This card is kind of making me think of that. So how are you having yourself shape shift, and like, and what mask are you wearing that aren't yours to wear anymore, or that you don't have to wear, because you can communicate, integrate these shadows and be honest and not apologetic towards the emotional experience that you're having, and really giving yourself the grace and the space to allow for awareness of what it is that's being experienced, but really seeing how can you invite yourself to flow with, or I don't want to say flow with that emotion, but maybe, but I guess to let that emotion itself flow and really ground into the essence of experience within that emotion that really is supportive to your own like evolution, which then is again supportive to others within your life that you are influencing through honoring your own emotions. All right. Cool. So these two cards are animal spirit cards. So I asked what is some advice for moving through these energies. So the first card we have, beautiful, is Hummingbird Spirit, which I feel like goes awesome with the Sun card, and then Owl Spirit. And I love that it's like a mirror. So we have 34, 43, and they both equate to a 7. And Hummingbird Spirit is be here now. Owl Spirit is you see clearly now. So the advice for these energies that we were speaking about is definitely finding more presence in what's being experienced, what's being expressed, like all that is happening, but not like in an overwhelming, like, oh my gosh, overload, too much sensory perception, like, and just being aware and knowing what it means to honor the actual present moment, or even thinking about, like, are there things in which are being like festering or that have been festering? Just thinking of this person looking out in the window, where it's still like the focus is on that energy that's just been like there, and it's like, yeah, but, or you can take that energy and like put it towards this light and really feed it into the light so that it can be regenerated, reintegrated. And all that good jazz. And also thinking of what actually nourishes you. I have another animal spirit deck. I think it's a Kim Kranz one. And for the hummingbird card in that one, it also speaks of what do I want to say? I think it talks about like studying something that you love, or that you'd like to. I don't want to say that you love, but I hope we study things that we love for the most part. But it's like the hummingbird always knows where to get its nourishment from. Like, it knows the things that feed it, that light it up, that give it life. So maybe how can you invite more of that essence, so there is more of this lightness within your experience. And then for owl spirit, you see clearly now, really honoring within being more present, and honoring all the things of which we mentioned, like honor the wisdom, honor the medicine of the moment, and really honor like what you are perceiving in truth and in light, and allowing that to really be your guiding force to support you as you move through this new moon energy. So I hope that is supportive, and I do hope that you have a beautiful new moon in Gemini. And if you'd like more content like this, feel free to subscribe and join the Illuminating Crossroads community. I hope that you have a beautiful evening, day, or night or morning when you're watching this. And yeah, until next time, sending you many blessings and so much love. Take care. Bye.